It's me, Professor Tree, and today I'm going to be showing you the top 10 best shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Let's go! In our number 10 spot is Charcadet, as the Pokemon itself is very good, but the shiny forms must have really been an afterthought at Creatures Inc., as all they've changed is the eye colour, and that stays the same when you evolve it into a Ceruledge or an Armarouge. Overall, it was really disappointing to see this being the only real change done to the Pokemon, as it had so much potential for improvement and diversity with the colour palette used in the Shiny's design. But I like the Pokemon itself, and it's honestly in my top 5 Pokemon overall, but when it comes to the Shiny, it's really not the best. To increase your chances of encountering a shiny Charcadet, make sure to eat a sandwich that boosts your fire-type shiny encounters and explore areas like the canyons and the more arid environments, and you'll find plenty of them. Now, our number 9 Pokemon is kind of a meme Pokemon, but I personally like it, Relor the Dung Beetle Pokemon. The reason it got my number 9 spot is because it's a shiny form that swaps its ball of dung for a nugget. And who doesn't like this shiny little dude pushing his golden ball around? The shiny form is definitely a huge glow up for the Pokemon, and I'm all for it. I do like its evolved form, but it's nowhere near as good as its Prevo. To get a chance to find this funny little guy, all you've got to do is make a sandwich that increases your shiny bug encounter power, and then head to the desert areas and the canyon areas of the overworld and you'll find one no problem. And in our number 8 spot is Lechonk, as even though I personally adore this little pig, the only real change it has is a full colour swap, similar to that of other Pokemon that are just bright green for some reason. Unlike Charcadet though, this one actually has a very good change to it, and I personally like the bright pink. And overall, I don't particularly hate this Pokemon, as even in its shiny or regular forms, it's a very cute Pokemon and very iconic, and I really wish they would do something a bit crazier, but overall, I really like it. To increase your chances of finding this little dude when out exploring, make sure to eat a sandwich that boosts normal type shiny power, and then head to pretty much any of the grassy areas and you'll find them. And in my number 7 spot is Toedscruel, the regional variant of Tentacruel. Due to a divergent evolutionary path in this region, gone is the traditional water poison typing, and now instead it's a grass poison type, and its tentacles have become rather funny cartoonish legs, similar to something of the old Mickey Mouse cartoons. And its shiny form is even better, as when compared to its default colours, it's actually now a bright hot pink gradienting into bright punchy purple colours. This is great because it really stands out when you encounter it in the wild. And to encounter this Pokemon, make sure to make a grass or poison shiny encounter rate boosting sandwich and head to the areas around Iona's gym or other grassy areas to find and catch this Pokemon. At number 6 is Orthworm, as compared to the regular form, the cool blue on white combo is really refreshing and looks way better than the base form in my opinion, as it has a really good contrast and really stands out against the desert environment you'll find this Pokemon in. But overall, I really like this colour scheme, as it really adds to the Pokemon itself and improves upon what was already there, making it look a lot more unique and stand out against other Pokemon in the shiny category. To encounter this one, you'll need to head to the area where you battled the Orthworm Titan, and when you get there you'll find a ton of them, but to guarantee yourself a shiny, all you've got to do is make a sandwich that boosts your shiny steel type encounters. Number 5 isn't even a surprise, it's the new evolution for Bisharp, Kingambit, and flat out of the gate I've got to say it's an awesome shiny Pokemon design, as the blue and gold combination looks really pleasing to the eye, and honestly they really complement each other. But that's not all. I also like this Pokemon because it makes a better use of default colour swapping, unlike other Pokemons that just have their hue swapped to something like pink, green, yellow, or orange like some Pokemon have in the franchise. This one has clearly had a lot of thought put into it, and it honestly shows. To find this guy, you'll want to head to the back of the edge of the desert areas in the map, and when you get there you'll find Bisharp roaming around, catch a shiny one and evolve it using the methods mentioned in my last video and you'll have a Kingambit. But to increase your chances of finding one, make a sandwich that boosts your shiny type steel odds, and you'll have no issues in getting the Pokemon you want. Before we reach our final 4 Pokemon, I thought it's only fair to feature a couple honourable mentions, in this case being the shiny forms of Miraidon and Koraidon. As far as I'm aware though, it's currently impossible to obtain these Pokemon in games, at least legally, and at the moment we won't be able to put them on the list until they're able to be caught in game, via through an event or maybe through a special type of raid. But I've got to say, I really love the black and bright colours colour scheme, as it really reminds me of the X and Y legendaries Yveltal and Xerneas, with their white and blue and white and red colour schemes. And overall, I think this is a really awesome design for a legendary Pokemon when partnered with the correct colours. What do you guys think? And in our number 4 spot is the shiny form of Palafin, specifically its hero form though, as it's got a navy and bright colour scheme which makes it look insanely cool compared to its original sort of pastel colour scheme which made it look a lot more friendly. And this one just honestly makes it look really cool, as it looks like it's gonna sort of jump out of a comic book strip, kinda like Batman or Superman. To find this Pokemon, you'll need to head to the coastal areas of Paldea, and once you've caught its Prevo Finizen, you'll then need to evolve it at level 38 during a co-op play session, and to increase your chance of finding one, I'd recommend you make a water-type shiny odds boosting sandwich. And in our third spot, we have Shiny Corviknight. This one was a tough one for me though, as it was tied for second, but I will say I've loved this Pokemon's design since Sword and Shield, as it's still really awesome and it looks really cool when you first see it in game. But overall, when compared to the crazier ones on this list, I think second place spot is pretty fair, as it's a really solid shiny and definitely a fan favourite in my opinion. So to get a Shiny Corviknight, I'd recommend you visit Area 0 when you unlock access to it and eat a sandwich that boosts your shiny type steel encounters. In second place is the adorable new fan favourite Pokemon Clodsire. This squishy little dude is honestly adorable, and its shiny form is even better as it harkens back to the original Johto form of Wooper and Quagsire. And personally, I really like this Pokemon, as both from a battling and design perspective, it's really cute. And to be honest, it's probably one of my new favourites, and Creatures Inc. really hit it out of the park with this one. I can't wait to see what they do next. To increase your chances of getting one of these little guys, make sure to make a sandwich that boosts your poison type shiny encounters, as it will be easy to catch a shiny Wooper and then evolve it into a Clodsire. And in our number one spot is the insanely cool, insanely awesome looking Iron Thorn Paradox Tyranitar, and with its shiny form it's a brilliant chrome with a luminous green accent, and if you encounter it, be sure to catch it, trainers, because it's a really rare encounter. To increase your chances of finding one when spelunking in Area 0, make sure to make a sandwich that boosts your chances of finding shiny electric type Pokemon, since this version of Tyranitar is now a ground electric type. This really wasn't a tough pick at all. I really love this Pokemon as it just screams Mechagodzilla vibes and honestly really reminded me of the statues of Mechagodzilla I've seen over the years. And Tyranitar deserves this love, and I'm so glad that it got this representation in the new games. That will be all from me today, trainers. Comment down below what your favourite Pokemon is from these new games, and if you like these videos, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me.